G'day collector, Sci-Fi back again with another action figure review, going back to the 6-inch line and going back to the past in a way, although this is now a re-release. Not a big fan of re-releases, but this one I just thought I'd get, probably because of his weapon and because, yeah, I just thought why not. It's a Sandtrooper. I love Sandtroopers. They're good, or Desert Troopers, or whatever, and here we go. Nicknamed Sandtroopers, these stormtroopers are dispatched to desert worlds and wear armoured augmented with cooling units, a helmet, sand filter and survival backpack with extra rations and water, much like the Mimban troopers or mud troopers, the ones from Jeddah, which are pretty similar. Yeah, they sort of, and even Hoth troopers are the, snow troopers or whatever. Cold weather troopers, yeah. This is it, and from A New Hope. Yes, of course. I think a lot of collectors are looking at Sandtroopers at the moment because of all the ones who have got the cantina and whatnot need to get some because they have. I mean, the only pack you can get in the 375 is with Biker Scout and Snow Trooper. I wouldn't mind getting one of those, but anyways, we'll get back to that and eventually. So there we go, yes. When I got this, let's pop that there. Let's have a look at the figure. Yeah, let's get a look at this instead of me chit-chatting away. It's nice. It's a nice helmet. It's a nice everything. I was looking back just to see what it would look like with the original one back in 2013 when the Black Series 6-inch first came out. And I'm like, little bit of difference because I haven't got it in hand because it's in storage. Different things. I think the pauldron's a little different. More like the pin would pop there, and looks more like a leather. This doesn't look like that anymore. That's very loose. But yeah, the weathering, the colouring. I don't think the original one. The video I'm looking at was very old. As I said, about 11, 12 years ago. Just showing off all my Sandtroopers from every angle, from the 96 Power of the Force all the way to the Sideshow Military's 12-inch figure, which had a lot of weapons, and that was very dirtied up and filthy. And I like the way they've done with this. The actual plastic on this is a different colour. So I've got an original Stormtrooper, even though he's from the Bad Batch, supposedly, or Kenobi or whatever. And I've got a few up there in the background from Force Unleashed. Yeah, so that's white polished. These E11 and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, they've only just been deployed to the planet. They haven't been there forever, so they're not completely covered in dust and whatnot. But they have been weathered, and okay, that's pretty cool. I like it. It's not bad. And you've got these more ammo pouches there. It's cool. Let's pop him there. Is he going to stand up for me? Probably not. Oh no, he does. That's good for now. Let's move this out of the way. So yeah, just going back again, being very wistful, looking back at my old videos, seeing this guy and saying, because I was just reviewing my 375 and my Sideshow Military's big one, which is Sideshow, if you don't know, it's basically Hot Toys. And then looking at this one going, this one's just out of place, turd in a punch bowl, sits out, what am I going to do with it? Well, guess what I did with it? I bought another there's at least 40 or so here behind you, and then another probably 100 or more in storage. So yeah, that bug bit me big time. Good old 6-inch ones. 375. I need some new ones for my cantina, but we'll get back into that later. So in accessories, it came with your E11 blaster. Very cool. A backpack, which is probably more real to what they have in the movie. It is different. Supposedly some of these bits here Not real. And also some of this you can actually pop some of this stuff off. I don't know why, I'm not going to. And it pops on like so. Alright, so I've popped that on, and it wasn't easy. It's sort of pretty loose. And this ammo pouch here, which is over the shoulder. It should be over the shoulder. That's good. It fits in well. It's nice. That's what it is. It's very cool. But in this case, probably one of the only reasons I bought it was because instead of just the E11, came with this different rifle. Much different long gun. So the original one came with, what's it called? I think it was a DLT heavy rifle, and then the other one, also this pack came with a thing called a T21 light repeating. But this one's the RT97C heavy repeating rifle, and it's interesting to look at. Yeah, it's got your double drum magazines, and I thought, oh, there's a bit of... This was hard to get out of the packet, and also it's a bit droopy. I thought, oh, there's some silver paint. That's not silver. That's some, that's the plastic being stressed in the sight. So I really don't want to muck around and bend that around. There's no paint involved. But it looks nice. I like it, and plus it hasn't... I mean, you can only get this in the military sideshow, probably in the Hot Toys as well. But yeah, I like that rifle. That's pretty tough. Let's hook him all up and have a look and talk about other Sandtroopers that might come out. Righto, so there we go. That's not too bad, just at ease. There's the gun. It's now, because it's counterweighted, I've got a Kessel Run and hair stand on it. So it will sit nicely in the rest of my collection down there. I'm going to make it 40 or 50 plus 1 figures. I can't remember how many figures. I don't count them. And it's got that double drum looking gun, which is tough. Yeah, so where's the 375 ones? I don't know. But when I was shopping for this, because I didn't pre-order this one, I just found him. I like it. It's cool. The original helmet was pretty good. It's pretty tight. Not much difference. There is a head underneath there, but the helmet is not removable. Alright, so Hasbro 375, where are you? Let's have a look at the one I just picked up and cheated with. Alright, so then again, I saw this one on the pegs at Zing and went, oh wow, look, he's got a pauldron. But he's definitely not a Sandtrooper because he hasn't got the pouch in the bag. So I got this Jedi Survivor rocket launcher trooper. I wouldn't do a full review on him. Anyways, we'll chuck the card away. There he is. There he is, saying to the new owner of the land speeder, who owned this before you, Sunshine? Who are they? Give me all your information. Yeah, but of course I've got him holding a normal mid-range rifle, not a long gun like they do. He's got the pauldron, so he fits the purpose. I might put a little bit of a wash on it. There we go. And there's his monster bloody BFG there. And added a little bit extra to the cantina. See this thing here? Where am I? That little white thing? Yeah. That's a high flow unit. Part of a high flow unit from intensive care unit. I can get little bibs and bobs of plastic anywhere and just cannibalise them that aren't being used, and yeah, can stick it in the streets of Cantina and that'll be that, but I won't go too hardcore on it. Alright, so here we go. Let's see a new 375 Sandtrooper. Thank you very much on its own. Not the 375 3-pack, which is not available here in Australia and probably New Zealand. Yeah, don't be exclusive. Sort it out, Hasbro, but I'm liking this. Alright, all the best. Sci-Fi out, and the Force is with you. Move along.